Hello everybody, welcome back to my movie review series. Today we'll be discussing the movie Downhill. As always, I'll be reading the overview. I'll give you my overall impressions and grade. Based or not based on the recommendation or not recommendation, you're going to shut off the video. There will be spoiler alerts. We'll be discussing plot, synopsis, and character development. Similar movies and major themes, maybe ski resorts. But the overview, we have barely escaping an avalanche during a family ski vacation in the Alps. A married couple is thrown into disarray as they are forced to reevaluate their lives and how they feel about each other. Originally released on February 14th, 36% out of Rotten Tomatoes, 45% of Google people like this movie, and 4.9 out of 10 on IMDb. Starring Will Ferrell. Again, it was listed as a comedy drama. So again, comedy is always a treacherous slope for me where it's just going to flop. I saw the drama, I was like, maybe this would be something interesting. Not a fan of Will Ferrell, to be honest. Just his kind of humor does not typically land for me. And you also have Zach Woods. I recognized him from, I think, Silicon Valley TV show. But overall, I thought this movie was absolutely atrocious. So, if I wasn't grinding out content, I would have turned it off. So we have a crowning achievement for Downhill the movie, the first F in this series. I'll give it an F minus, the lowest grade you could possibly get. Every single scene was cringy as fuck. It was just like, what was the point of making this movie? It was kind of like my whole thought the entire time. It's an hour and a half long, but every 5 to 10 minutes I was checking my phone, like, literally saying to myself, what the fuck is this? It's just like broken relation. It's like a broken relationship, and every scene is just like this awkward conversation of nothing between this husband and a wife that aren't getting along. A terrible movie. I do not recommend this one. It was absolutely terrible. Absolutely would have shut it off if I had, if I was not banging out another piece of content. And so that's my recommendation there. If you do want to watch the movie, which I do not recommend. And like I said, I've done a bunch of these. This is the first F minus I've given. First thing in the F range. It's typically, again, if you keep me moderately entertained, it is just not actively off-putting, then I'm pretty much going to give you a C to a B. If it's well an A, it takes a lot for me to really not like something. And this was just honestly atrocious. So, now we'll get into the plot synopsis, and there was absolutely no character development. So you open up, I don't even remember what the opening scene is, but this family is going on a ski trip. They go to the Alps, so it's in, I think, Austria. I don't know. But regardless, they go to check in. You have Will Ferrell, Pete Stanton. He's getting just like this pathetic fucking baby boomer type character that just has no spine, has no direction. It's just like, it was just fucking shit. And so they pull up to a ski resort. They're checking in. They meet this chick, Charlotte, who's a local, and she has this weird, awkward checking in interaction scene, which was absolutely just, the whole movie was off-putting. But, so they check into their hotel, they go skiing the first day, one of the kids is going really, really slow, and so they're like, don't talk about it because it might become something. But then after that, they pretty much go to lunch at one of the lodges. And so at the lodge, they have this like controlled demolition thing, and this avalanche comes down. So the first thing was I was thinking maybe there'd be something interesting with an avalanche, but the avalanche came down when it was like they were literally at the lodge, and so it's like this big snow's coming in, and Pete's married to Billy, and they have 2 kids, Finn and Emerson, and she like ducks down with the kids, and Pete runs away, and so it's like the whole plot development of the entire fucking movie, and it wasn't even like a convincing avalanche scene. It was just like a little bit of snow when they're sitting down for lunch. And that's like this big thing, and the relationship was already terrible. But all of the characters were off-putting to me. There was not a single good character in this movie. But now Billy's upset that he ran away. So Pete has a work friend named Zach who's dating or is married to Rosie. There's a bunch of hashtag jokes which aren't funny at all. It was not a good drama. It was not funny. And basically Pete wants to meet up with his work friend Zach, and Billy doesn't know Zach and Rosie, so she doesn't want them to come, but he invites them anyway. He's always texting them, and so they show up and they have a big fight scene after another 10 minutes of awkward, just each line is like interrupted by awkwardness, and I don't know who that's entertaining to. This writing is absolutely the worst shit I've ever seen. Honestly, probably the worst movie I ever watched. So, they fight in front of Zach and Rosie, and then Billy has Finn and Emerson come out of the room to get they're like adults hanging out, and the kids are in the room watching a movie or something, and has Finn and Emerson confirm that Billy was right. So it's just like, oh god, this fucking movie's awful. But that happens. Then the next day, they go out. Billy wants to have an alone day. She has a ski instructor, Guglielmo, I don't know, some Italian name, and they ski for a little bit. She like makes out with him in this little lodge for like 2 seconds, and then decides she doesn't want to cheat on Pete, and they go back skiing, and that's really about it. And then Pete and the kids go to another ski resort close by that was like more for kids or something, and yeah, they go on a slide, and Pete bumps into Finn or Emerson and gets kicked off the slide. So that was great plot development. And then Billy meets back up with Rosie. Rosie totally solidifies Billy's stance on the avalanche situation. They're supposed to meet up at dinner again. Well, you also, in the very beginning, meet Charlotte, who has banged out one of the guests, Charlie, and she says you can catch a dick whenever she wants. I don't know, Charlotte shows back up at dinner a couple times and is like trying to be friendly with Pete and Billy. And so Billy and Charlotte have a scene of like talking about Charlotte, why Charlotte doesn't mind cheating. And yeah, that happens. And then pretty much the next day, again, it's just the whole time, it's just like they're fighting, but they're so awkwardly like going about like family life. And so it's really, God, it was a really awful fucking movie. And the next day is kind of like the last day of their ski trip, and so they're gonna do the top run, and they get to the top, and then Pete like doesn't want to do it because they hear another boom, like they're doing more controlled demolitions if you ever go to a ski resort. And the kids kind of like huddle around Billy. Now Pete's sad that he's not the protector, and he just wants to call it a day and go down the hill, and like goes back down on the ski lift. And so then Billy skis down, and then like when she's almost at the bottom, starts screaming for Pete so her kids see Pete as like a good guy or something. So Pete carries her down the hill, and she's not really injured or anything. And then that's really it. And the next day they leave the ski resort. And they're saying goodbye to Zach and Rosie, and then another piece of like snow falls off the roof, and they jump to the side, and then they look at each other, and it's like, because when they're on the hill carrying her down, he's like, I'm gonna be here for all of it, and Pete's characterization is just pathetic as fuck. Billy's is annoying as fuck. Everyone in this movie is just terrible characterizations, and so that's the end of the movie. It's like are they gonna jump to the side again when the snow falls down? So absolutely fucking terrible. Do not recommend this one at all. There's no plot development. There's no characterizations that were even interesting. Every single scene was just this cringy fucking cutting each other off. So this was the worst movie I've probably ever seen, certainly in recent memory. So yeah, that's it for the movie review of Downhill. Definitely don't recommend it, and I'll see you on the next one.